There we are. Ooh.
Well,
Hi, everybody.
never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment, I must say. Okay, so let me just check.
Okay.
I got some text saying,
Where are you? What are you ladies doing?
on. Okay, there we go. Shutting down the phone. Okay, one more time. Okay, so if I
All right. I
shut down the
think,
phone, that means people are going to text me. I'm going to miss the text, so I'm leaving the phone on. Okay, there we go.
okay, we're live. I
We're
just
live.
checked it.
Okay.
How you doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Okay, yeah, or crappy New Year, as it were. But oh, we're not going to talk about that anyway. So I have to say, what we were talking about before about Christmas movies, because my BFF here, her favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard. Okay, and then we were just talking. She's never seen Grease. How can Lisa? You're almost un-American. I mean, how can you not have
I
ever seen Grease?
I think I saw like maybe a few minutes of it. I just
I,
never watched it. And then I know the music. I know
okay.
the people in it. I
Uh-huh.
love John Travolta. I love his movies.
Okay.
But
Okay. But well, I didn't you tell me Danny said you look like one of the pink ladies and you don't know what one of the pink ladies are
I
because
didn't know what he was talking about.
I
Yeah, I had no idea. He's like, "How do you not know?" He's like, "I don't understand this."
we got to bring Danny on. Just tell him, come on. I have to talk to him about you. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, seriously. Hi Susan. Happy New Year to you too. Thanks for tuning in. And there was one more thing we were talking about that floored me. Oh, in 2 weeks, we're going to talk about Valentine's Day because Lisa thinks Valentine's Day is stupid. I can't even say it with a straight face.
Yeah,
If you look,
it is.
okay, if you look over there, I'm starting to decorate my house. There it is with Valentine stuff where it says love. And I didn't even take down my little Christmas tree in my bay window. It's about 3 feet tall. And right now, I have it decorated with little hearts. And I bought actually this little
Uh,
thing for Valentine's for the table, and I have Valentine's placemat, and I bought some Valentine's runners. Oh, I just knocked that over. Okay, but we're going to talk about Valentine's Day. Hi, Deb. Happy New Year. But
Happy New Year, ladies.
you know,
No, Valentine's Day is stupid. My Christmas tree, just so you know, because I was
yeah,
sick,
okay.
it's still up. They're off. Yeah,
That's okay.
the ladder is in front of it since 2 days ago to start breaking it down.
Okay. Well, you
It's
weren't
yeah.
you weren't feeling well, so you get a major pass. I'm going to tell you a secret that I am not proud of, but years ago, years and years and years ago, my mom, I lived upstairs and my mom lived downstairs in my married life, and my mom. Oh no, this is my divorce. This could be why my husband divorced me. I don't know, but we had a Christmas tree up both upstairs and downstairs.
Yeah.
But I helped decorate the downstairs Christmas tree, and I left it up till March.
People leave their trees up all year long. I think I won't say his name, but our producer, he leaves his tree up all year long.
Well,
I think.
I like the idea of a little tree because what I'm going to do with this little tree, I'm looking at it, it's so cute. In my kitchen, is I'll do St. Patrick's, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Memorial Day, 4th of July. Like I think it's fun. Hi,
Yeah.
TJ. Happy New Year. Everybody's saying Happy New Year, and I'm saying
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year.
Looking forward to 2024. Wait,
Yeah. Yeah. You are. Come on now.
all right.
Come
Yes,
on.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Resolutions that come with the new year.
With 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 partners and without.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, because you have to
Um,
have and just, this is relationship resolutions, but
yeah.
honestly, like, you have to have resolutions together, you have to have them separately. You have to have your own
Mhm.
thing. You have to be separate, you have to do your own thing, you have to be one for yourself. You can't just, it can't always just be you know, the togetherness is gotta have you gotta have your own stuff too that you wanna, have a goal and do for
Well,
yourself.
you know what? I always blow resolutions. I make them, right. Okay, New Year's Day, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this.
Mhm.
And a week into it, I I blow them. They don't work.
'Cause you're making it on the wrong day.
What do you mean? What do you
You
mean?
don't you're not supposed to make your resolutions start on January 1st. You're setting yourself up complete failure. You
Okay.
have to yeah, you have to give yourself a 29-day grace period to start.
Okay. I'm loving that.
You do.
So I haven't blown them yet. Oh my gosh.
You always have to extract the positive here. You have this 29-day grace period.
Okay.
And I
All
say
right.
29 because you can't allow the grace period to go into February because you have to begin February.
Well, I
So
feel a little better now.
you have 29 days to prepare your resolutions so
Okay.
that way you have long-term, success. And then the last couple of days of January is the prep and then it begins February.
Okay, I'll go with that. But I want to change this. That the resolutions. I mean, seriously, they never work. But when I say an intention, I intend to do this. Somehow it becomes more powerful to me.
Mhm.
I don't know if that makes any sense.
Because you have
Um,
to give your resolution or your goal a date, a a meaning. You have to give it an action and a feeling.
okay,
Otherwise, I could sit there and say, I'm going to go for a walk tomorrow. I could
yeah,
say that every single day and not do it. But if
okay,
you say, I'm going to go for a walk at 7 a.m. in the morning
hmm
after I drink my first cup of coffee, that's intention. That you're laughing at me. I'm reading about this. This isn't
no,
a book.
no. The reason why I was starting to laugh is because I thought after I drink my first cup of vodka, I'm prepared to contact.
Uh, you're drinking vodka at 7 in the morning? I'm coming to
No,
your house.
I do not. No, I don't drink really. Hi, Chris. How are you? I'd like to be a better me, and then I'd be able to have a more of an understanding for everything else. I agree with you 100%, and I'm almost there. uh, Relationships resolutions. Okay, let's get a little serious about it. Lisa's in, a couple. I am not a couple, so we have different ways of relating to relationship resolutions. So I decided, in all seriousness, before I get into a relationship again, that I am going to discuss values and make sure I have a connection with these people. I guess I'm going to be thinking a lot this year. Uh, but I
That's a
mentioned,
resolution.
well, yeah, maybe. Hey, bow, chicka, bow, pow. You never know. Anyway, the thing is also to have a connection, but not to date somebody because I'm lonely. Because I
Mhm.
think a lot of single women will go out with somebody because they're lonely and because they don't want to be alone. And I think a
Yeah.
lot of women, married women, and a lot of women, single women in relationships, a lot of times they stay um, with uh, with their prospective others, or men
Mhm.
stay with the women or whatever, is because they don't want to be alone. And I think at this point, because I'm older, I'm not going to waste time. So
Yeah.
before I get involved with somebody, it's not going to be like a business interview. Well, what are your goals and how do you feel about and all this stuff on a first date? But it's going to be um, finding out about how people feel about just generally in things in life to make sure we're on the same page and make sure there's a connection. Because again, I've said this so many times, Lisa. There were months where you and I didn't talk, but we said, "Hey, hi" on Facebook. But the second we talked, on the phone or via Zoom again, it was like, and it's
Yeah.
like we never missed a beat. And I want that kind of thing with a potential mate where you just
Yeah.
talk and it's easy and it's flowy. And so my relationship resolution is really to to find somebody that I have a real connection with. I think that's really
Yeah.
important. So, as a couple now, do you and Danny? I don't know who Denny is, but Danny, Danny.
Is it Donnie Wahlberg? He's cute.
Well,
I
hey,
like
all
Donnie
right.
Wahlberg.
But do you guys have any, resolutions that maybe this year you might have slipped through in 2023 that in 2024 you might want to improve upon?
D- More date night,
I
which is
think it's important,
cliche. It's cliche, like
but
date night.
no,
But I think
no.
there needs to be whether it be a date day, it needs to be a day and it needs to be consistent because it's not consistent. So I
Mhm,
think that's one of our goals.
mhm,
Um I'd like to cook more together. We were doing well there, but we get so busy. We're always working. I think it needs to be a specific date.
uh-huh,
Like Sundays, we that's the day we cook together. That's
mhm,
originally that was the original plan. On
okay,
Sundays we'd cook together. So I think that has faltered a little. So we got to get back to that.
okay,
Um, you know, I, we'll do little trips here or there.
mhm,
Um, you know, he's in the middle. Like today begins. It's a 100-day march where he's working straight through to April, and
oh,
then
wow,
he takes a
okay,
break and we'll go away for a couple of days. We have JT's
mhm,
graduation from college is going to be in May, so
mhm,
that's something to look forward to after. But I think, come April, a couple of days, after working his butt off,
mhm,
to reconnect and like no tech stuff, no phone, no social media, none of that for a
mhm,
couple of days. I
yeah,
think more of that more often is key.
mhm.
And to do new things together. I think, you know, it's because we're so busy now. You let so many things get in the way. Like I used to do like, you know, we, we would, I planned a paint night and I didn't tell him and I brought him there. I signed us up for paint and sip. Is that what it's called? It's paint and sip.
Yeah,
And you do
yeah,
like yeah.
uh-huh,
Um, I think I forgot the sip that day though. We didn't bring any sip. We just went to the paint. I did it all wrong.
uh-huh,
The lady across from us, she had like, booze and snacks and this and that, the other thing. But we went, we had a really good time. I think more stuff like that that's fun and something new that you don't get to do very often. I think is fun and it's important.
Christina says sometimes being consistent is hard because each day life can change. I do agree. I do agree. But I think as a couple, like Lisa was saying, I think sometimes it takes a real effort to keep the magic going because
Yeah.
well, again, I'm single, so I leave this to you, Lisa. You guys have been together for a really long time. You've been married, I think, 3 or 4 years now, 5 years. I can't remember how many years you've been
Or
married.
2020. 2020
Okay.
we got married. Yep.
So, life can change, but sometimes I think one partner has to be more adaptable than the other. And I don't think it's ever 50-50. Sometimes it's 80-20, and
Yep.
sometimes the wife is giving 20, sometimes, and then sometimes the wife is giving 80. I think it's,
Yeah.
give and take. And I think a lot of relationships, people don't speak up, and I think talking and communicating is
Yeah.
really, really important.
See,
And
he likes the communication part. Me, I'm just like I'll shut down. Not to be mean or not to you know, like if I'm not in the mood to talk, I'm not going to talk. I'll
okay,
just, I'll talk when I'm ready. He likes to communicate, and communication is important. But I
hmm
think you said something, and I actually used this word yesterday. No, what's today? Yeah. No, it was this morning. Oh my gosh. Um, I haven't been feeling good, people, so I don't know what day it is. It was this morning. Adaptability. I mean, I think that is the most trait to have individually, as a couple, if you cannot adapt every single day, because not every single day is going to be perfect.
Right.
Stuff happens,
Hmm.
and you could be a very rigid person. You can have detailed goals throughout the day that you do. Something is going to derail you as an individual or as a couple. And if you can't adapt to it, you're not going to succeed in anything that you do with or without by your side, as far
You
as
know
I'm
what?
concerned.
No, I think you're absolutely right. And Chris writes, absolutely making an effort is important. But you know what I've noticed? I mean, I've had a lot of relationships, and I have noticed when somebody, say you need a favor, and if somebody can't do that favor graciously and kindly, forget about the favor. I'd rather not have the favor done. And
Hmm.
I think that's part of adapting, where, sometimes you just need a little help and to be able to ask for it. But Lise, like if I was in a relationship with you, I would be like Danny. But the thing is I would harangue because when something is off with somebody, I'm kind of like da 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 da. Talk to me. Let's work it out. Let's talk. If you're mad at me, be
Yeah,
mad at me, but say what you got to say. And I do know once I stop talking, then I'm done. Then I'm done.
yeah,
And, sometimes that's a little difficult too. So a resolution for me is to respect, very seriously, respect somebody that says, I'm not up to talking. I'll talk
yeah,
to you another time. We did that. Now, remember, we were supposed to talk yesterday, and
yeah.
you were wonderful because you said because you weren't feeling well. By the way, everybody, Lisa's not feeling well, and she's here tonight, so I love her for that. But you said in your text, "I'm not up to talking. Sorry," which didn't even warrant an apology. But you said,
I know.
"I'm not up to talking," so I respected that boundary. Said, "Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow," and whatever. And when somebody
Yeah,
says it, I really, you got to tell your partner how you're feeling. Like, I'm not up to talking right now.
yeah,
Doesn't mean I don't love you. Doesn't mean anything else. I just want to be left alone. And that is actually a resolution of mine that I
yeah,
have got to learn to respect those boundaries because, again, I'll be like, well, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. Why can't you talk to me? Talk to me. Why can't you talk to me? And, at one point, he's going to go, listen, you know,
yeah. Yeah,
you learn, but
yeah,
it's always a learning process when you're in a relationship. It's funny. Some people have touted me as a relationship coach at this point, and it's like, don't, no, 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 don't do that
yeah,
because nobody has all the answers, and nobody knows what's right for a certain couple or what's
yeah,
right for somebody else. So, I'm very suspect of anybody who says they have all the answers for stuff like this, any kind of relationship, because you never know what's going on between that man and woman,
hmm,
that woman and woman, that man and man, that, whatever. You never know what's going on.
yeah,
And no matter what anybody tells you, you never know what's going to go on between those two people. And I think that's
yeah,
really important.
yeah,
Um, now, okay, I'm going to ask you as a couple again, because I know you guys work like dogs and you're really, really busy all the time. You're getting into the self care, right? Like I know this podcast is for you and
yeah.
that you love doing it, but do you practice any more self care? Because maybe you ran yourself down because you work so hard. Now she's going to smack me. I love you. I love
No, oh
you.
no. Um, I mean, no. I mean, I probably could do more. I think we all feel like that, though. You know what I mean? Like, I think, I mean, last week, between Christmas, the day after Christmas and a couple days before New Year's, I went
Mm-hmm.
away with my sister-in-law. I got to, go see our great niece.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was a me thing. I got to stay at a hotel, which was a lot of fun. Um, you know, Always going to a hotel is nice.
Yeah.
Had the whole
Mm-hmm.
room to myself. So to me, that was self-care. I
Okay.
worked,
Mm-hmm.
in the mornings I worked and stuff, but I got to visit with family. Um, and then of course I came back. I paid for it by getting sick, but that was my punishment for, I'm just teasing. I'm just
No.
teasing. I'm
Okay.
teasing.
Okay.
Um, no, I don't think I think in general No, I probably should do a little bit more for myself, but I don't.
Hmm.
But I also think more that Danny needs to take care of himself more, as a
Sure.
partner, because I
Absolutely.
know that he works so hard,
Hmm.
so I'd rather see him like take a little bit of a break. Will he do that? Probably not. But I think we're
Well,
all guilty of that. We don't do enough for ourselves or as a couple.
I do plenty for me. I'm really good at self care, but I think that's really important. Um, as I get involved with somebody, maintaining independence, maintaining my own friends, that's a resolution of, not that I've ever had a problem with that before, is don't become
Yeah.
so needy, that you don't become so clingy or anything like that. But I wanted
Yeah.
to mention this book that I think is awesome, and I'm pretty sure you've read it, The Five Love Languages.
No, I might have it.
The
Or
Five Love
maybe
Languages,
we might have talked about it,
yes,
I
yeah.
think.
Of course, I can't remember there's quality time, gifts.
Mm.
Oh my God, there's five of them. I can't even remember them all. But each of us has a love language. And what's really cool about it is when you find out what your partner's love language is, you can kind of make that relationship all the more special because you know what their love language is. And when they find out what your love language is, it kind
Mhm.
of deepens the relationship a little bit. So
Yeah.
it's a really great book. And of course, I can't remember the name of it. I'm going to turn on my
Isn't
phone.
I think that's the name of it.
The
I think
name of it
I
is The Five Love Languages, but I can't remember who the author was. But are you Googling right now?
Yep,
Because it's a
yep.
really good book.
Gary Chapman?
Could be. What are
Yeah,
the five?
Gary Chapman.
Okay. All
Words
right.
of affirmation, quality time, gifts, acts of service, and physical touch are the
Yes.
five love
Yes.
languages.
And I think that's really awesome, to learn what somebody's love language is. I think that's great. I really, really do.
We
But
should all get that book now.
I think we should. I mean, as far as relationships go, I think it's a
I
great book to
thought I
have.
had it. I don't
I'll bet
think I
you
have that
do.
one.
I'll bet you do. I'll bet you do.
Mm,
I know I have it. I've read it several times, actually. Actually, we had a talk when we were on WLINY together,
maybe
and
that's what I'm
talked
thinking of.
about five love languages, and my love language is gifts. And actually, you called me a gold digger, which was like
Did
really
I?
nice. Yeah, you did. Yeah,
I don't even remember. That's terrible. Why didn't you like tell me off?
you did. Because I thought it was funny, and you didn't mean it like whack. Come on. But I thought it was very interesting, and I think yours was quality time. I think if I
I
remember
don't remember
correctly.
this. This is terrible. I'm
Really?
sorry.
Oh, Lisa, come on. But the thing is, but the thing is for me, I do know that's my love language. Doesn't mean, I want, I don't know, a fur coat or something like that. I don't wear fur. But the thing is, it's, say if
But that
somebody
would be
sent me
fun.
flowers or something like that, something along
Like for
those lines.
Valentine's Day.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Okay.
Valentine's Day.
Or
Ugh,
chocolate or something like that. Yeah, a heart of candy. Yeah, I think it would be nice. I'm sorry.
it
Okay,
should be any time of day. Any time of day. Any day of the week. Not
I'm not.
just
I'm not talking. Talk to the hand. I'm not talking about this right now. I'm just.
I know. It's not February yet.
We're gonna
I
wait.
know.
I'm gonna send you pictures of my Valentine's tree. It's really cute. It
I
really
bet
is.
you it is. I bet
It
you it
is.
is.
I
See,
took
my
a picture.
tree's too big. I can't be doing that. It takes up like so much corner of the living room and it goes to the
Wow,
ceiling. Like
that's a
it's
big
too much.
tree. Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's 10-foot tree, a 9.5-foot tree, I think.
Oh, there is something I want to read. Rob Pentony sent it because I said, "Do you have any resolutions that you want to share?" And
Rob.
yeah, he said he couldn't be here tonight, but he wanted to share it, and I thought that this was really awesome. It's a bit of
Uh,
a long one, but just bear with me, everybody. It
yep.
says, "Happy New Year, Helen. One day I will have a chance to actually listen to you and Lisa. As for relationship resolutions, coming from someone who has been in a relationship for the past 30 years, I don't believe resolutions will help because it's all about learning and growing. If you are doing something that's either toxic to the relationship or partner, you need to adjust what are you doing at the moment. You learn it's wrong or get out. If you are speaking about cheating, whether it be emotionally, physically, or perhaps it's just focusing way too much time of things outside the marriage, that it's taking the strain on the actual bond of the relationship, and you need to make a resolution to change, there's a chance your partner will have already made up their minds to move on already. Any
Hmm.
partner, pardon me, any partner, male or female, who is hearing things like, I will change this time, I promise, or give me some time, I will make things better, I'll show you, or something to that effect, chances are there has already been an ultimatum involved and that the spouse has already been at the end of their rope. It becomes painfully apparent that change will never be good enough. My advice, although harsh to hear, I know, is that you need to live, learn, and fix as you go. Furthermore, with some of the infractions you have committed and are looking to change, chances are a trust was broken and you'll be forever judged for it. Pretty good. 30 years
Wow.
married. Pretty good, huh?
Yeah, my friend Rob, I've known him probably a little longer than that.
Nice man. Very, very
Actually,
nice man.
much longer than that. We've been
Yeah.
friends. We've
But,
been,
he
yeah,
said learn and grow, and I really like that because, like I said before, nobody
yeah,
has the answers. Just we kind of fumble through. As long as
yeah,
you don't hurt anybody, I think that's the way to go. And oh
yeah,
my gosh, it's 7:35. Any
yeah.
comments? Anybody? Anybody want to jump in? Otherwise, we're going to end this and let my girl get some more rest tonight because
Thank you.
Lisa, thank you so much for showing up tonight because I know you're not
Uh,
feeling it.
I
But
love
thank
you. I
you.
love this. No, I'm, I feel better than I felt days ago. I just feel very yucky. I know that after this, I'm gonna go lay down.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna watch Suits, not Grease. We're on a Suits kick.
Okay.
Um, but and
Oh,
if you go ahead, what?
next week. Next
This
week.
week. Oh, okay. Oh, did
What are
I
we
do it?
doing? Did you do it?
I did. Time management for your relationships.
Which is actually kind of ties in with what we just a little bit
Yeah.
talked about tonight, which is
Yeah.
really, really important because if you're too busy,
Yep.
what can we say? But
Yeah.
our producer is Jace, producerjace.com. Hi,
Hmm.
Jace, wherever you are tonight. And
Yeah.
you can find us on
Anchor,
Anchor.
Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, and Radio Public.
Okay,
And
everybody, have a good week, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
see you next week.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And